did a quick training of healthcare workers. The Moderna vaccines is a little bit specialized in the way it is stored, managed, and administered. It's not the same as the AstraZeneca. So what we did, we have trained health workers across the country.
Put now my diet 1.8 ml. The reason as to why we are doing this training, despite having done it again during introduction of AstraZeneca, is because there are more vaccines that are coming, and we want to ensure that our healthcare workers are able to handle, to know how to store them, to know how to administer them, since all of them, they are not having the same attributes. Looking at the vaccines that we are training on, number one, we are giving information of AstraZeneca, we are giving information about Pfizer, information about Moderna, Sinopharm, and J&J. And we are looking at each antigen, how they are stored at different levels, because we know, based on the manufacturer's instruction, Pfizer at national and regional stores it will be stored at -80 to -60. But when you come to sub-county store and facility level, it will be stored at +2, +8. Sinopharm and AstraZeneca will be stored at +2, +8 across all levels of supply chain. Moderna and J&J at central vaccine store and regional vaccine store, they'll be stored at -15 to -25. Then sub-county and facility depots, they'll be stored at +2, +8. So this information is critical because our routine vaccines, most of them we've been handling at +2, +8 at facility levels, and it is good for healthcare workers to understand different storage capacities and different storage attributes of each vaccines. There are other parameters that we are also checking. When you get like Sinopharm, J&J, Moderna, and AstraZeneca, the dose has been 0.5 ml, and it is. But when you come to Pfizer, it is unique, the dose is 0.3. And therefore, we have to be very keen on information sharing and even the process, looking at how it is handled. At national level, Pfizer, JJ, and Moderna will be thawed. That has not been happening to other antigens that we've been keeping, even in the routine vaccination. So this is a critical component to be captured because there are other instructions. Once those vaccines have been thawed at that level, you cannot refreeze them again because they lose the potency. Then we have also special characteristics again of Moderna and Pfizer. Other vaccine, when they travel, we don't count the time in travel, but now these two, we all have only been given 12 hours cumulative time of travel. That means this will alter even how we do our micro plans to know which facility, depending on how far they'll be from the supplying depot, which can be kept where. And this is critical for healthcare workers to know so that we don't lose potency of the vaccine either during transportation or during storage. Another thing that is making us also do this training, we are adding more facilities. Initially, we had only few that were doing AstraZeneca, but with now looking at the numbers that are being targeted, more facilities are coming on board. And therefore, we have to do all antigens again without looking at like we had done AstraZeneca before. And there is also new knowledge that we want our healthcare workers to know. And this will be make them being able even to answer questions. They are frequently asked questions that if they don't undergo training, it may be hard for them to answer, or they may not have uniform way of answering. And that is why the materials that we are using, they are standardized. We use them during national TOT trainings. They were used during county TOT trainings. Now we are at the level of sub-counties, we are using them, and the same training materials will be used to train the healthcare facilities at the facility level to make sure that the information is uniform across board.